Coach, let's go ahead and get us started with opening statement.
Yeah, extremely proud of our guys. The ball game today kind of started out a lot like it last night. Early on, I thought their guy, credit him. He was kind of had us off balance. We were caught in between a lot of pitches, and he was landing all of them. The scouting report that he walks a lot of guys, and he was landing his pitches, and like I said, we were having some very uncomfortable at bats, some very uncomfortable swings, and we didn't have a hit till Trey got the hit, and the fourth, I believe, and of course that lets you breathe a little bit, and then Colton follows up with a 2-run homer, and it kind of everybody exhaled and loosened up, and I thought we played great baseball after that. I thought Hudson Rowan was outstanding. Look, he walked too many guys, and he was, I guess, what you would call effectively wild. It was a good zone behind the plate. It was a professional zone, so he wasn't giving a lot, and he didn't miss too many today. And Hudson, his misses weren't big, but he had to work through some stuff, man. If you'd have told me he'd get through 5, I wouldn't have believed it early on. We had some guys getting loose. Kreider got up twice, and he was able to battle and compete, work out of some jams, and it allowed us not to get too deep into our bullpen. And I thought Luke Nichols was outstanding. I mean, he came in and he had the long layoff in when we scored the 6th inning. He had the long layoff. They had a couple of pitching changes. We're scoring a lot of runs. Concerned about him going back out in the 7th. And he goes first and third, 1 out. He gets a huge punch out and a comebacker to get out of the inning. So, I thought Luke was tremendous today. And then Fisher was really good and very efficient there at the end. And Thomas Allen was on call for an emergency. He threw 30 pitches last night. Obviously, we didn't want to use him, but we would have if we'd have needed to. He was ready to go. But, again, I just thought when they brought the hard thrower in, that guy was up to 98. I thought we took some unbelievable swings off of him. I know Eli Birch had a great swing. Casey McCoy had the big 2-out, 2-run, I believe, RBI. Single or double down the line. Cade Patterson had a great swing off of him. Guys throwing big league fastballs, and I thought our guys were dialed in and locked it down and took some good swings. So all in all, we win the series, but you got to be, and that's great, but you got to be ready to come out tomorrow and finish this thing off. Great teams come out and finish it off, and there's a fine line between great and good, and there's a fine line between good and average. And right now we're in a good place. The dugout's loose. They're having fun. They're playing with joy, and this is what we've been waiting on. We went through the darkness, and we're on the other side of it, and it's fun to come to the ballpark right now. Very proud of our guys.
The 6th inning seems to be our moneymaker right now. So far through 2 games, 9 of our 16 runs have been scored in the 6th inning. And you talked last night about how going into the 5th, you asked the guys to make an adjustment.
Yeah.
Was there any adjustment made today before that inning, or?
We didn't call them up, but I'm glad Kyle just mentioned that on the radio. I was not aware of, the runs we've been scoring in 6, but we do talk about a lot in the games, win the 6, 7, 8. That's huge. Win the 6, 7, 8 inning. We talk about it from day one in the fall, and we've been doing that to go out there, win the 6th inning, win the 7th, win the 8th, put yourself in position going in the 9th to have the ball game won. Again, I thought our at-bats got a lot better as the game went on. We pinch hit Matt Houston there and he's a guy that can drive the ball out of the yard. Knew they were going with the lefty and trying to end it in the run rule. And, we didn't make the play in the 9th on the covering up. We missed the bag. I didn't realize it when we reviewed it. Those are little things that can hurt you if it's a close game. But all in all, very proud of our team, and they just stuck with it. They're all pulling in the same direction. They're all pulling for each other, and you can just tell there's a difference in the vibe and the way we're playing. We're playing loose. They're having fun. They're playing with joy. And look, as a coach and a player, it makes it fun to come to the ballpark. And as a fan, that's what they want to see. That's what they're accustomed to seeing. And we're showing right now what we're capable of. And we got to keep it going. We've won 2 straight series, and we need to come out tomorrow and finish this thing off.
And then throughout this win streak, we've talked a lot about the 2-strike, 2-out hit.
Yeah.
I think the 2-run hit by McCoy, both those were 2 outs, and then Scott and Cade also had 2-out RBIs.
That's right. Just big time. 2-out, we call them back breaks, 2-out RBIs. And, we struck out too much today. But, look, they threw some good arms at us. Both of those guys were really good, and our guys competed. They fouled some balls off. And I know I can't remember. I know Matt Houston's pinch hit he ends up striking out, but it was like a 9-pitch at bat. I mean, he just kept battling, kept fighting, and that's what it takes. You know, not striking out. We can talk about analytics and we can talk about all that stuff, but it's about competing, it's about fighting, and that's something we hadn't been doing. And but we have the last couple of weeks we've been fighting, competing with 2 strikes, make them put the ball in play and make them make a play, and you know, just extremely proud of our guys. We left some runs out there, but a win's a win, and I think the last 2 days we played really, really good baseball.
And then last thing I have for you, do you have a starter decided for tomorrow yet?
We do not. You know, the last couple of weeks, obviously it's been Landon. Well, I would probably say that's the way we're leaning, but I'm not sure. We need to meet as a staff, you know, figure out what we want to do. I would think Fontenot would definitely be one of those guys that would get a lot of discussion and a lot of talk, but we'll let you know later tonight after we meet who will start tomorrow.
Sounds good. That's all I got for you, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. See y'all tomorrow.
Sir.
Let's do it.